Yes. It's Tuesday morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday morning. We are here. It is the morning disaster. I'm Ray Lytle, along with Skidmark Steve. I like the new nickname. I like Skidmark Steve. Adam, of course, is back to being our first person in the chat room. It seems like everything's back to normal today, Steve.
Good. It's TITTAY Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TITTAY Tuesday. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Oh, are we ready? Are we ready, everybody?
Yeah.
It's a TITTAY Tuesday. The phone number is 815-414-2125. Or drive by and flash your titties when we're on the mobile unit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If anyone shows me their titties, if you show your titties, I'll give away Disturbed CDs. There actually was a Jim the Photographer segment or a Jim the Photographer punishment where they caught him. I can't remember who the program director was. I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was Fat Boy or who the program director was, but there was a time where Jim the Photographer got in trouble. This would have been around 97 or 98. There's a time he got in trouble because we would constantly, because we were, the radio station, we'd constantly get a lot of music. And record companies would send us CDs, for giveaways and stuff.
Right.
Except Jimmy would somehow get his hands on everything that they sent. I don't even know how he'd get it, but he would get his
Everything was
hands
still on CD back then.
Yeah, and he would. Do you remember this, Nikki? He would somehow and they found out
they'd go looking for it. Guess who has it?
They find out he would somehow get in his possession, and then he would go out and he would be like, "Hey, I'll give you the new." What was the band that?
I'll give you the new live CD if you show me your booby.
Who was the band that did that? Rolling.
Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll give you the new Limp Bizkit CD if you show me your titties.
And usually it was out behind the station at night.
So or else he'd take them with him to what was a bar? Or he'd swing by Rockin' Robin's.
Yeah.
Or one of those bars. He'd be like, "Hey, you can get a copy of the new Limp Bizkit CD if you show me your titties."
Yeah.
And so they busted him ripping off. He was stealing. Somehow he was getting them, but I don't know if he was getting into the office.
Yeah, they were usually in a file cabinet getting ready to go into the studio.
He would somehow get them.
I can picture the file cabinet right now with them on top of it.
And he would steal them. But then they found out he was giving them away in exchange for women flashing him at a bar.
Yeah.
And I want to say the bar was Rockin' Robin's, but it could have been another bar. But
there's Rockabilly's too.
And then he got in trouble for it. He also went by Parents Without Partners, the Parents Without Partners location. The bar over at Chantilly's.
Hey, don't knock Chantilly's.
He'd go, I'll be at Chantilly's. What a pretty place. If you want to show me your titties. Yeah. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Ah. You can get a free CD for your children if you show me your titties. He's such a pervert. But yeah, I can't remember who I can't remember. I want to say the program director was Fat Boy.
Yeah, and I think Crash was the music director.
I think they caught him red-handed somehow.
Yeah.
And I remember that he got yelled at, and I don't know. And then they somehow got me involved. You're gonna have to blah 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 blah, you know. And I was like, and so they expected me to yell at him, and I was like, oh. And I remember like having to battle with myself, going, oh, the guy's funny as hell, but and he shouldn't be doing this, but what the hell? And then I remember that I had to sit him down and say, dude, you can't be exchanging, Limp Bizkit CDs.
They were free.
You can't be exchanging Limp Bizkit CDs for titties. And he was very upset. He was very upset.
I think Limp Bizkit would have been upset too.
And I don't remember who I don't know who their studio was that that they were on. I don't know what the record company was, but yeah, he was that's the stuff he did, man. All the time they busted him. Hey, you could or else he would exchange him for pot.
Yeah.
Hey, Fat 420. I'll be up in your area. I'll exchange this Limp Bizkit CD for a front. If you front me some weed, I'll exchange this Limp Bizkit CD for a front of I don't know how much. I don't know how much Jim would want, but he would hit up guys like Fat 422 in exchange for, a little bit of weed. But that's what he did. He would give out prizes. I mean, these are records that were meant to be prizes. They were, and the station would hold the stuff back in order to do they would do special weekends or something,
Right.
This weekend, this weekend we're going to be doing a free whatever weekend, and every time you hear this, you call in and caller 9 or whatever, you get a CD or get whatever. All the time. And he was busted stealing the CDs in order to give them away in exchange for, hey,
you're going to give them away anyway.
Yeah. And then they bust him and they say you can't do that, and he'd go, hey, we're giving them away anyway. I don't see what I'm doing is so wrong.
Right.
And they go, no, what you're doing is terribly wrong. Because the whole thing is they had to watch everything, because that's how they determined how many giveaways they'd have for these weekends. And yet he was stealing the CDs and then exchanging them to women in exchange for sexual stuff. And I always wondered what kind of person would exchange, sexual
CDs were $18 back then.
Yeah, but I'm saying they would exchange sexual, what kind of self-respect do you have if you're showing your breast off in exchange for a Limp Bizkit CD.
Hey,
mean,
it saves you $18.
Have some self. Have some
Yeah, at least save
self-respect.
that for some Stone Temple Pilot stuff or
I
something.
mean, I'm just saying. Have a little self-respect.
It's Metallica.
Yeah. Hey, if you show me your schlong, I'll give you a new Weird Al CD. Yeah.
I don't think we had any of those.
That's worth the titties right there.
That was I should start every Tuesday show with a TITTAY Tuesday story. That's one of the things he got in trouble for was he was stealing the free items and trying to exchange them, and trying to exchange them for titties. Yeah. And and he got busted for it. And I want to say it was Fat Boy.
It was.
I think it was Fat Boy who got really upset at Jim.
Because that's when I was there.
Yeah, you were there at the time, so it would have been
96 through
90,
2000.
97 seems about right? Don't you think 97, 98?
Yeah.
It was after we were there for a while and after the show got really popular.
Yeah.
And before he finally was, because he got suspended when he got busted. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
When he got busted, he got suspended. So 97, 98 seems about right. So, oh well. Fat
I had a
420 says,
technical question.
cash or ass, Jimmy, and I don't swing that way. That's what I told him. That's what Fat 420 says. What is your question, Nikki?
The last few times that I've logged on,
Yeah.
I've been able to go and see the chat room.
Yes.
And I can't see it today.
I don't know.
It just shows my picture and says, you're on the show.
By the way, Wes says, I worked there in 01 and 02, and Jimmy was still doing that shit.
Yeah.
So he got in trouble for it. I'm saying he got in trouble for it in 98. And then he got suspended in 99.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back. He came back in 01. Or 2000. I can't remember how long.
Start yawning.
No, sorry, I had to yawn. But yeah, he was he was gone for like that year or whatever, and then he was so Wes says he was still doing 01 and 02. T-shirts, promos, CDs, stickers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do know he would get like station stickers, the stickers were free, and he would somehow exchange free stickers for a hey, if you let me feel up, feel up.
We had a promo going on with the stickers.
Yeah.
If you had it in your window and the Hummer was out, they would pull you over and give you free merch.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I had a sticker in my truck.
And
Everybody had a sticker.
Never got pulled over.
Flings.
So he was, yeah.
What'd you get?
Nothing. I didn't even get pulled over.
Yeah.
No, not by the Hummer. More like the police
Oh.
to serve papers.
Hey, if you have a sticker in your car, you can get my hands on your titties. It sounds like that's what was going on.
Yeah.
Good old Jimmy. I don't even want to know the worst stuff he did, because there's worse.
I know I worked Sunday nights when Bandemonium was going on.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sketchy stuff going on.
Yeah, because I recorded Bandemonium on like Wednesdays. You know what I mean?
It was when Rob and him were doing it.
Yeah, and that was after I was there. Okay. So that would have been like 03.
No.
Yeah, 2000, because originally I started Bandemonium and I would record it on like a Wednesday, and then it would play on Sunday nights.
Was it 03?
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
then
because I
That
was
sounds
working
about
over
right.
at WMAY.
yeah, eventually I stopped and I turned over the show to them.
Yeah, there was some sketchy stuff going on with Jim then.
And so I let Jim and Rob started doing it, and I stopped recording it.
Yeah.
And then yeah. And I do know that the station concerns were like how many people were coming out to the station on Sunday nights to be there live.
Right.
Because when I recorded it in advance, you had to be there. You had to be there, on a Wednesday afternoon when it was recorded
Mm-hmm.
to get that stuff taken care of. Well, when Jimmy and Rob and Razor, when those guys started doing it, they made the bands come out live.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jimmy got in trouble because like he was telling the bands, hey, if you you got to bring a hottie with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and then you had to bring a girl out with you in a band
Yeah.
to come out and do whatever. And then part of it was she had to take pictures. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know what all was going on.
Well, I would have got along great with Jimmy.
But I know that what finally got them is there were bands that weren't very talented that were getting on the air.
Uh-huh.
And so they went to me and they said, how are you picking these Pandemonium bands? And I said, well, I turned over the show to these guys and they're picking them. And I can't remember, there was one band in particular where they said, have you heard these bands that they're having on? I said, well, no, I'm not listening on Sunday nights,
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody had me listen, somebody that worked there had me listen. They're like, well, check out the band that they're playing. And they had me listen to this CD, and it was god awful. I mean, it was the worst thing it was the worst band that I had ever heard. And they were like, oh, well, Rob and Jimmy played, like 5 cuts from this CD. I'm like, 5? They played 5 cuts from that CD?
Oh, good. It wasn't my band at the time.
No, I couldn't find 5 seconds of anything on this CD. And yet they were and this band was like spent the whole hour with them on Sunday night. And I was like, how is that possible? And I heard that they brought a girl with them.
Yeah.
And
They
the girl
probably had
also
some weed or something.
well, Razor was taking pictures of the girl, and
Yeah.
Oh no.
yeah. And Jimmy,
That
of course,
never happened.
yeah. So these bands, these very, very little talent, these bands with very little talent were getting on by somehow fooling Jimmy to book them. And then they were getting on like the whole show. And there was a whole thing going on. And I remember that, that was one of the things that started the demise of that.
Fall.
Yeah. Because of it's along the same lines as giving away Limp Bizkit tickets in exchange for titties.
Right. Because I would sit there at the WMAY studio and watch them all come in. And I'd be like, who are they bringing in tonight? It's always entertaining.
You had me seeing some of these girls and going, I know that girl's not in the band.
Yeah.
Or 18.
Then they would go out the side door out back.
Or I know that girl is not 18. Yeah. Yeah, boy, Steve, you probably wish you'd have been on that show, don't you?
You bet.
Yeah. Hey. Titty Sunday. Yeah. Thank God the Me Too movement wasn't going around then. Good Lord.
Those were fun times.
Yeah. Well, not for me. I remember that I had to, for me, it was a big pain because I'd hear about it the next week. Because I'm like, I'm not coming in on Sunday and doing this live. Are you out of your mind? I'm going home on Friday and I'll be back on Monday. I'm not gonna come host I love Bandemonium. That's why I created it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, and that's why we created it. And I love bands like Park and and there were some cool bands like that. However, it wasn't popular enough to make me come in on a Sunday and do it live,
Mm-hmm.
because that would be driving all the way. I was living in Chatham at the time. I'd have to drive all the way out there and then drive all the way home and then turn around and come back in a few hours for the morning show. That wasn't going to happen.
Right.
But Jimmy they would go out there and do it live. There's a chance we'll see some titties. But there's also a lot of weed smoking.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And this is like in 2000.
It was the whole time.
Yeah. But I'm saying like there was they were smoking it all, they were smoking weed right out in the smoking lounge. They had an area where you could smoke a cigarette in outside the building there, and they were going out and lighting up and smoking weed. And then they were also like, they were enjoying the weed. So, hey, go ahead and play another song. So there were a lot of, Bandemonium, there was never.
Hey, which song is your longest song?
Yeah, there was never supposed to be more than one song played in a row without talking on Bandemonium, because you had to introduce every song so people knew what it was they were listening to. You know what I mean? And you had to, announce the song, say where the band was from, or give a thing about it. And they were out smoking weed. That means you couldn't jump on the air in between every song going, oh, that's so and so from Springfield. No. It was more like, hey, we got that good weed going. Let that thing roll into a couple of songs. So there's a lot of that stuff going on too. Oh, the good old days.
Which song is your Stairway to Heaven song?
Yeah.
Let's play that one.
You know that Funky Circus Fleas.
Oh my God.
Had a long song that they would be rolling. And that's one of the bands that they
were very frequent.
Yeah, they were very high on that band.
Yeah.
I was not a huge fan of that band. But I do remember that
people were.
I remember that band coming up, but I don't know if that band was one of the ones who, I don't know if they were one of the ones that
they were pretty popular. They played a lot.
I don't know if they brought girls in or what, but I know that Jimmy and Rob, liked them. That was post Ray when I stopped coming in, or when I stopped doing the show. A lot of that band's music tended to get on. So, oh well. So I don't know exactly what was going on with them, but I'm sure there was something. I'm sure they were good guys, but there was a lot of.
It was definitely entertaining.
Yeah. There's some weed going on. I'll tell you that. There was definitely weed going on. Oh well. And Wes says they like their weed for sure. I played several shows with them over the years. Yeah. There's a lot of weed going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Weed and titties. Yeah. And then you got to let Reza photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
And
Here
Reza
comes
has to.
Razor. Razor was always walking around with the camera around his neck.
Somebody in the chat room said Razor was a walking Me Too. They said I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he was. There was a time there, but it wasn't the Me. Thank God it wasn't the Me Too movement back then, but he definitely was a walking Me Too violation. There was a time there, and it was hardcore Robin Razor. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going on. Oh well, but Bandemonium was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I liked it.
But Bandemonium was kind of originally set up to help out bands like I want to say Park, because that was a local band.
Like the ones that were just like on the cusp of doing something.
Yes,
huge.
Who had
Mindfold was another one.
Yeah, Mindful was good. I like Kevin Wasmer's band, which I thought was great. Enamel was really good. And there was there were a few bands that really had some good songs and good hooks, and then there was other stuff that was just
started there was before they made it big.
Yeah, there was just V-Shaped Mind was out of Decatur. They were really good. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm just saying there were some bands where it was all just screaming.
That'd be my brother's band.
What was your brother's band?
The Expatriates back then in Springfield.
Yeah, I don't
now they're real bad, real fast out of Chicago. They're not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But they would have definitely gotten some play on the Jimmy and Rob version of Bandemonium. But my version was a little more tame. Yeah, Annihilate was good. The pimps were good. I mean, there were some really good bands.
Fragile Porcelain Mice.
But then
oh, I missed them.
Yeah. But I'll just when you stopped hearing, local almost, bands that were just there at the cusp of making it.
Mm-hmm.
And you started hearing a lot of Funky Circus Fleas. That's when it started changing. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But there were a lot more titties. Yeah. Titties and pot. Yeah. That's what Jimmy cared about.
God, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Time flies by so quick. Oh, well. Oh, well. The clock is ticking, by the way. Clock is ticking on the move.
Oh, yeah. Are you packed?
Yeah. And we're starting to.
You got to be ready by Friday.
We're starting to pack. Yeah, Friday. My wife was very happy when I told her that Wes said he would help.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I told her, I said, the earliest you can get the truck is when we could start. And she was, then the whole thing became about, well, it was the fuckers at U-Haul. There's a lot of talk about those fuckers at U-Haul yesterday.
A lot of fuckery going around.
Yeah, because they're not going to let her they won't let the truck. I don't know. There's something about she wants the truck earlier than what they want to give it to her.
And it probably won't be back and ready by then.
Yeah, well, I guess we're getting it from
last time I used them, they didn't have the size truck I wanted anywhere.
Yeah, so I
tried to get a smaller one.
Well, I was just like, get the truck on Thursday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
then you'd have to have it back Friday night.
well,
Unless you want to pay for 2 days. You get it for
but
24 hours.
So I guess they told her that she's got to get the truck on Friday morning.
So, and have it
So
back Saturday morning.
yeah, but I think the problem is like I wanted the truck there. I wanted the moving going on while I was on the air, you know. And I wanted to like start at 7 or 8 o'clock. My wife goes, "Oh, the earliest we'll get the truck
won't be open." Yeah.
Yeah, the earliest we can get the truck is like 10. I go 10,
9, 10.
And goddamn, the day's half over by 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh well, you know. Yeah, so
It's going to be a cluster.
So it's still not decided what time they'll be able to get the truck and stuff. But I want it to be the earlier the better, you know. Get it over here and move that stuff.
Well, if you want to do the show during it, then move the time of the show special on Friday.
Well, no, because like I won't start taking my office down until the show's over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what I'll tear all down. So the show's going to be regular time. In fact, it'll probably be a shorter show.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a subscriber show.
Right.
And then they'll move. It's like as soon as the show's over, I'll start unplugging this and unplugging that and then load it in boxes and, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. So there's a lot of talk yesterday about fucking U-Haul. I was hearing about a lot of, and I was like, well, make sure it's taken care
insurance.
of. Yeah.
The $14 insurance is worth it.
And it's Wes wants to know if I have a second mic in my studio. I have a plug-in for one, but I gave the second mic to Nikki.
And it's never
which I might as well have just flushed it. I might as well have just flushed it down the
I really
toilet.
want that computer.
I might as well have just flushed it down the toilet because I have not seen it since. And that was I have an input for one, but I don't have a microphone.
Do you still talk to him?
Who, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to him.
And tell him to give me the computer.
He says he brought it by.
No, he never did.
He says he brought it by and gave it to Nikki. She was high at the time.
That did not happen.
I said, well, it sounds like Nikki.
Did it get sold?
I don't know.
Better not have.
Yeah. So I need to get it from him so I can get it over to Steve.
I want it.
Well, I want someone who will use it. I think Steve would use it properly.
Steve's using. What is he using? His phone right now?
Yeah.
I want to get him a nice laptop.
I'll give it to him. Fine. Be that way. I don't care.
I just want to make sure that, I just want to make sure we got donuts and a truck and, and some able-bodied movers ready to move everything on out of here. That's the plan.
So is TJ and Wes?
My brother Goose.
Goose.
You got Goose, Wes. I mean, TJ said he was going to do it. I haven't talked to him in a couple days, but he said he was going to do it.
He'll do it. You just got to remind him.
But then he said, I think he's down in Texas. I don't know when he's coming back.
Probably Thursday or Friday.
So he's been partying in Texas. So Wes says the computer would be seized as evidence if I give it to Steve.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Yep.
May as well flush it.
Yeah, so I might as well just flush it. Yeah.
You might as well just decide not to be an accessory.
Yep, might as well. Friggin' Steve. Yeah. Oh, well.
Could be a good day, creeping today, because it's hot out.
Is it hot today?
Yeah, it's gonna be like 105.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eat index.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That actually sounds
Blast
good.
Perfect day.
cold, baby.
Perfect day to hang out at the pool parking lot.
Yep.
I'll tell you what the big problem is. The big problem is that fucking bathroom where the tub won't drain.
It still won't drain.
No, still isn't draining.
You need to snake it.
I just don't. It's because the whatchamacallit, the thing is
The flapper.
yeah,
Yeah.
not the flapper, the weight, whatever that's connected to the drain lever somehow broke off, and
Well, there goes your deposit.
yeah, I know.
But who's going to keep the deposit?
And
It
then-
got sold.
And then my
Oh, that's true.
wife, she wanted to get a plumber or something. I said, "What? No, I'm not going to pay for it. We don't have any. We had to pay all this deposit. We had to pay the first month and deposit, all this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
So we don't have any money." And she's like, "Well, I've got to get a plumber." And I go, "What?" She goes, "Because I got to take my bath." And I go, "Listen, we're moving on Friday." She goes, "I am not. I can't, you know."
There's no way.
Oh my God. So she's really, really upset. And she wants to get this plumber. And I'm like, that plumber's going to charge us. That plumber's going to charge us a shitload of money. She's, well, at least
For
we
like
work.
5
And
minutes of work.
I said, we're not even going to live here.
Right.
I'd fine if it's the place we're going to live, you know, but geez, we're not even going to live here. Why are we going to fix a place? Why are we going to fix a place we're moving out of?
It's not your job to do it anyway. It was the landlord's.
Well, tell me how that works, because I don't even know.
You don't even know who the landlord is right now.
Yeah. Of course, I know who we wrote the check to, but I don't want to give a check for August.
Just leave a note on the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Dear new people, good luck.
Yeah. We'll have the plumber come out and I'll say, bill this guy. If I knew how, who's getting the bill or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So my wife's really upset, So I don't know how to but somehow blaming me.
You're the one taking a shower.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not the one that clogged it. I didn't clog anything. That shit, I could just as easily blame her because she took a bath the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I could just as easily blame her. But I guess it's easier for them to just blame me. Oh, well.
That's the way it always goes, bro. You blame the fat guy.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get Xfinity to move everything. And they say, okay, great. We'll give you this online hookup. We'll get they can take care of it. Great. So I go to the moving section online, and it says you can't do anything till you pay your bill. So they want me to pay my bill in advance before the something. And I'm like, pay my bill. What the hell are you talking about?
That's ridiculous.
I don't have the money to pay my bill. And they say, pay your bill in advance. This is what will be due in, your bill will be due on August 20 something. So pay this much money in order to move. And I'll be like, I'm not paying shit. And I can't get past it. I can't even use the mobile app to even start the process.
So what are you going to do?
I want to call and talk to somebody.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought if you just transfer it.
No, I've tried. I've been on the phone with, or I've been on these. They want you to use these apps.
I'm sick and tired of that crap.
Use this app to move, and I'm like, I don't know. I want to talk. Let me talk to someone.
Yeah.
Let me talk to someone. they go, let me talk to someone I just got a text from my trainer. I had to text him back. I go, so they can get this set up. And they go, all right, sir, we'll send you a text. I'll send you a text message with the moving link. So they send me this text message, and it says, before you can do anything, you need to make sure that your account is in whatever standing or completely up to date.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you think I'm going to pay a bill in advance, you're out your goddamn mind.
Right.
So I can't pay a bill in advance just, in order to move. That's crazy.
Because what happens on the 20th when it's due?
Yes. Well, but we'll be in the new house by then.
Right.
And we can pay it by then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have the money by then. Of course, my wife was talking, because we're moving in. We're moving in this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then my wife and daughter are going to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point this out. They're going on a vacation.
She hasn't seen her mom in 2 years.
And I'm fine with it. But yet they got us moving. They got us moving before the vacation.
Yeah.
Right before the vacation.
Yeah.
And then we end up we'll end up with them in Texas and me here. And so I'm talking to my wife about, I said, well, at least you're going down to see your mom. So it's not like you're going to spend a bunch of money in Texas. Oh, we're still going to spend money in Texas.
Of course they will.
I go, what do you mean you're going to spend money in Texas?
3 generations.
Yeah. So
They're
like,
go out to eat.
They're like, well, yeah, we have to spend money in Texas. And I'll be like,
Go shopping.
how in the hell what are you planning on spending it on? Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, but I need the internet. We might have to pay this stupid fucking bill early.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna need money in Texas. I'll be like, well, I'm gonna need internet here in Springfield.
Right.
So it was a big thing, And it was it's already an issue in my home.
Just like I said, it's going to be a cluster.
I'm like, this is the most important thing is this internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, because that's how I do the show. I do the show every day on the online. So I need internet. If we don't have internet, it's going to be a huge problem, Well, we need to be able to, we got to get Whataburger. And I don't know what they're talking about. But
and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. We got to be able to get Whataburger when we're in Texas. And I go, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Is it that good?
I don't know. I mean, the Whataburgers, they're not going to,
I've never had it.
Yeah, it's good, but they're not going to spend $200 at Whataburger.
Right.
I just got to pay the bill so we can,
You can do shows all week.
Yeah, so the internet's working.
Because what else would you do with yourself?
Well, we have to do the show.
I know, but if you didn't have internet for a week, what would you do with yourself?
Bother Jason.
Yeah, I'd go over to Jason's house. Use his internet. That's what I do. Jason, Jason, last night I talked to him. I go, hey, I need this and this and this. And he goes, yeah, I'll do it over for you. And I go, fake sexy. And he made no mention of it.
Yeah.
No mention of me calling him sexy.
Well, he knows it.
I'm just saying it. I mean, Nick, if I say, hey, thanks sexy to you out of the blue, wouldn't you think
There would be a reaction.
acknowledge the irony of the joke or whatever, acknowledge it at least. It weirds me out that he's just accepted it, He just accepted it like it was no,
You got a bromance going.
Like, Steve, if you sent me a text
Yeah.
and I text back, like you say, hey, I'll be on early tomorrow to, I'll be on early tomorrow to help whatever. And I go, oh, thanks, sexy. Wouldn't you think? Why is he calling me sexy? Isn't that?
Yeah, I'd say no problem, baby.
Yeah, but like you'd acknowledge it. Like you'd acknowledge that there's
Right, yeah.
Like either you understand the joke or something. Yeah. Not Jason. No, not Jason. He just
Maybe he didn't hear you.
No, it was a text.
Oh, maybe he didn't read it.
I texted him back, thanks, sexy, and he made no mention of it.
Maybe he just turned the phone off and was thinking you were just saying, see ya.
No, I think he just appreciated the compliment. That's what I think. Like he's probably like, yeah, I am sexy and I appreciate the compliment. That's what I think is going on. Yeah. So I don't know what it was, but he made no mention of my sexy comment. Which I gotta tell you that, Wes says he was too busy getting a raging boner to acknowledge it. I don't know. Adam says I should call him hot stuff next time. Yeah, I should start calling him hot. Or honey. Thanks, honey.
Sugar muffin.
Thank you, honey.
Say, sugar tits. Bring that over for me. Hey, sugar tits.
I gotta tell you,
push me over here?
The older I get, the more I will call other people honey.
Why?
I don't know, like I'll go through a drive-through or something.
Honey or hun?
Honey or hun or whatever. And somebody will do something nice for me. There's immediately,
Better not. They've got a Me Too movement, and that might be harassment.
Yeah, it's just...
Or watch yourself.
No, it's just very weird. It's like I can't stop myself. You know what I mean? I can't stop. Like I'll try not to, and still.
You're weird.
And still, there's a lot of thank you, honey. It's as I'm getting older. It's just somebody will say something or do something nice. I go, oh, thanks, hon, or thanks, honey. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, oh my God, I just called this young girl honey. I feel bad for doing it. And, like all the time. And then my wife, like we were at some fast food place or something. And my wife says, I listen, the orders are such a pain in the ass. Because it's always some kind of specially made thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want the cheeseburger, but I don't want anything on it.
I want the cheeseburger, but hold the cheese.
Oh, it's such a pain in the ass thing. And I'll be like, oh my God. Are you serious? So I always have to ask them this stuff. And then they say, okay, come on by and it'll be whatever, 870, whatever. So I pull up the window and they do whatever. And I go, oh, thanks, hon. Or thanks, honey. My wife will be like, don't call her honey. You're very sexist. And I go, I don't want to be sexist.
Then quit saying it.
I don't want to say it. It just comes out. I can't help myself.
Think before you speak.
I'm telling
Hold
you,
it in.
it's very hard.
Yes, it is. When I'm passing out free candy, it's hard. I have to call.
I don't want to. I don't want to call them honey, or I don't want to call them hun or honey, or be sexist in the least. But I'm telling you, that's what I do. There's no way around it. Yeah, it's, you know, it's very disturbing.
I would think so.
Very disturbing. I wish to God, you know.
At least you're not automatically saying you're going to give me a handy.
No, it's not anything sexual, but it's just very, you know.
It may lead to that.
Yeah.
You don't know if you don't have control over it.
Yeah, so
Let me know if it works.
It's just crazy. Yeah, so I keep doing that, and it drives me nuts. It just drives me crazy that I do it. Oh well. Yeah, so my wife gets mad at me, you know, yells at me. Stop calling her honey. That girl doesn't like that. I'll be like, oh my God. I'm not intentionally doing anything. It comes out. I'm trying my best to not do anything like that. Yeah.
Tell it to the jury.
But a lot of honey.
A lot of
honeys. Wes says, wasn't that Harvey Weinstein's defense? Wasn't that Harvey Weinstein?
He couldn't help himself.
I'm not a Harvey Weinstein. I'm not a Weinstein at all. I'm just trying to be nice. Corey says, I may have made that person's day. I would like to think so, but no, I don't want to be sexist. I'm not intentionally doing it. It just comes out, you know. Good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster.
Good morning. It's listener Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Hey. Yeah, I personally think that like when people call me like hun, like when a waitress calls me hun or something like that, it makes me feel better. It's like a compliment. But now women take it like it's sexist. No.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be.
Yeah. But the main reason I called was I think for the next subscriber show that Jason's on,
yeah,
I think we should just call him like, you know, hun, hot stuff, sugar tits, whatever, the entire show.
That's not bad. Sexy. Everybody just call him sexy.
Yeah, just like he is not Jason for that whole show. He is some other term, and we just all pitch in.
Yeah, because
and
I
call him that the entire thing.
I sent him the text and I go, "Thanks, sexy," and then he made no acknowledgement of it.
Yeah, so
which I think
now
kind of freaked me out.
Now he just needs to go through the sexy gauntlet. He has to go through all of the terms the whole time until we get a response.
Yeah, call him sugar tits is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Sugar
think we
bitches.
should just call them sugar tits the whole time.
Which would bother, which I would feel bad doing, but I wanted acknowledgement of this thanks sexy thing, you know. And
Yeah.
there was nothing.
Yeah, and there should be something. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
it was meant in jest, and if you just let it go, you don't know how they took it.
It's
and
almost
it gets
it's almost
frustrating.
like he liked it. Yeah, it's like he it's almost like he appreciated it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he thought it was a compliment, and he turned into like
And he just accepted.
LMFAO, where it was like, I'm sexy and I know it.
Yeah. It's like he just got, I don't know. It was almost like he was into it.
You
Yeah.
should have at least, at the very minimum, said LOL.
No, I
Yeah.
just went thanks sexy.
Yeah.
And then he didn't acknowledge it.
It's like, no problem, babe.
Yeah.
Have you been doing squats? You smoke show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just anything to acknowledge
great.
that it was in jest.
I'm just telling you. It was a little too it was a little, you know, him just accepting it was a little off-putting.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
like,
even
"Great,
if you would have put okay, dear,
Mhm.
you know, something, anything.
Like Steve said, if he would have said, no problem, thanks, babe, you know, anytime,
Yeah.
babe, or any, but no, there was no acknowledgement of anything like that. It was just like, it was almost like Jason was going, like he looked at his tits and said, oh yeah, you're fucking right. I am sexy, bitch. You know, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Or he's thinking, yeah, it's about time you recognize.
Yeah, and that's not what I was doing it for. I'd like some acknowledgement. Oh well.
He just left it hanging in
After
the
all
air.
I've done for you, it's about time you notice that I'm hot.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would just like to see that kind of episode the next time he's on.
Thursday.
Yeah, he'll be on
Thursday
afternoon. So
yeah, so you know, it's a little bit shorter of an episode.
Yeah.
He's on the whole time. He is not Jason.
yeah.
Big sexy.
That is my tier 5 request.
I just
for
refer to him as
Thursday.
sexy all the time. Sexy Jason. That's
You know,
Adam's-
you need to
that's
tell
Adam's
me it's
tier
fine
5
having a new
request.
set of snow tires.
Yep.
That's funny.
It's the sexy episode.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, you should start the show with the song "Sexy" and you know it.
Yeah. All about
when he comes in, it's his entrance
Yes.
music.
all about sexy J. No acknowledgement though. No acknowledgement to the
You could play I'm bringing sexy back. You could play I'm sexy and I know it.
Too sexy for my too sexy for my text. Too sexy for
Yeah, you
my
could
text.
play that one.
So sexy it hurts. Oh well.
It'd be like with the wrestlers when
Then
they
we'll-
come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Jason. All I know is he accepted it. He just accepted it like it was no big deal, you know?
Good old sugar tits.
Yeah. Very disturbing, I think, but oh well.
Yeah. We got to get a response. We have to. Or some sort of acknowledgement
Good old Jason.
in whatever form it may be.
At least he got me what I needed. So I had to put the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday podcast up for last weekend. So
Yeah.
that's what I needed him to send over. And he said, yeah, I'll do that. And I said, thanks, sexy. And then there was nothing. Then nothing. Then I said, hey, you've been doing squats, you smoke show. Which is great. That's a great Wes. That's great. Yeah. No, I'm just.
It's not like you're gonna text them and say, "Hey, boo, you've been working out."
No, I'm just sharing all Wes's comments from the chat room. I'm just sharing them in the room for everybody to see.
Milkers.
Yeah, he has some impressive milkers.
Oh my god.
On Titty Tuesday.
TITTAY Tuesday.
Yeah.
I do have to be aware of the time today because yesterday it was like 9:45 when I even looked at the time. Like Steve just let me ramble.
Yep, that's my fault.
Never
Fucking
even,
Steve.
never even tried to acknowledge. Hey Ray, it's 9:30. You know, you might want to.
No, I have no problem with a longer show.
Yeah, but I got to work out. You know.
Well, you hadn't worked out in a couple
Well,
days.
there for
It's
a while.
almost like you may want to like set an alarm or something like that.
I may.
Yeah.
My alarm is usually, you know, I usually look at the clock, but I was having so much fun, I didn't look.
Good things to see and people to do.
And by the time I looked, it was 9:45. I was like, oh shit, you know. So I'm trying to make a point today of looking, you know, so I can. Because here's the deal. Because I get up from the show, like I stop the show, and then I get up and I go to the restroom, and it never fails. I go to pee, but it never fails. Like my body wants to dispel everything before the workout. And then I have to go into the bedroom, and then I got to put on shorts, you know, and get and I got to wear all my knee braces and all this bullshit just to get going. It takes forever to get dressed, and then I gotta, you know, get over to Fit Club. So I never ever make the time. So I got to start my workout at a certain time. I never make it, you know. And if
getting it all out in the bathroom's a lot better than lifting weights and dropping it like it's hot.
Yes, exactly. So you know, and sometimes my body just wants to empty. So the bathroom always ends up being longer than what I acknowledge. You know?
It just always count as it's going to take longer than it would.
Yeah. So I've got to be a full half hour. I've got to be dressed and fully, you know, ready to take off from my house at a certain time, or else, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that's the plan. So that's the plan. I got to be done by 9:30. That's what I'm hoping anyway. How much money are you guys planning on back to school? Hey Nick, how much money are you planning on back to school stuff? Like, how much money are you planning to pay for back to school stuff for your child? The average parent is going to spend $498.
Oh my god!
Nope.
$498,
and that's each probably.
It's like, nope, I have 2 boys going into school. Most of the school supplies are being taken care of through like Contact Ministries or some other school supply giveaway.
You're not going to spend $498?
Oh, not even close. I might spend $30, and that's just because they want specific backpacks. Other than that, all my school supplies are going to be taken care of.
Like when I went to school, there was no special anything. Like I see this list.
Back to school clothes.
Like, yeah, I never got that. I see this list of, like, here's the list of what people are buying for their kids to go back to school. And when I went to school, I didn't get any of this. Of course, I went to school in the, you know, a long time ago, the 80s and stuff, 70s and 80s. But, so I'm so old, but number 10, software or apps. Number 9, sports equipment.
That's expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, that can be. Yeah.
but the school, when I played sports, the school provided it. I mean, you had to like
Did you
buy
have to
your.
get your own? Did you have to buy your own cleats?
Yeah, we had to buy our cleats, but when I was younger, I had to buy my own cleats.
Mm-hmm.
When they found out I was pretty good at it, after I got good at playing football, somebody else bought the cleat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry,
Yeah.
someone donated the cleats
Right.
after they found out I was good at it. You know. You know what I'm talking about, right, Steve?
Yep. I had to buy my own cup.
I never wore. You wore a cup when you played football?
Yes, I did.
I never wore a cup.
I never wanted
I
to
never
break
got
my
to play
biscuit.
football.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure someone grabbed my balls, but I didn't care. I just,
About the time to get hit with a helmet there, it'd be last time.
I never got. I wore a cup when I played baseball. I never wore a cup to play football. No. In fact, I think baseball is the only thing I wore a cup for. And that wasn't always. That was just when I was playing first base or third base. You know what I mean? Because you didn't want to get hit.
Right.
You know, you get ground balls hit there. It could be pretty painful.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit in either head.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but football, I never wore a cup. Never did.
No. I never got to play football or really any sport. I wanted to.
I didn't wear a cup either.
That's nice, Nikki.
Yeah, you just wore some other dude's cup.
Nah, so sports equipment, I guess the sports equipment goes to cost. Number 9, electronics like calculators and iPads. What does your kid need an iPad for school?
Don't they get them from school?
Not necessarily.
They supply iPads and like iMacs and stuff like that.
I got my kid his own Chromebook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe Nick might hit the $498.
Oh, I've already bought my school supplies.
It says the average family's spending $498 on back to school stuff. Is that what you're spending on Oliver?
Not really. I mean, the tech stuff I got last year, so that was the most. I don't think I spent. Maybe I did spend close to $495.
People are spending money
on this year. We're using the same stuff. What's that?
I said, how much is the Chromebook?
It was like $160, but you got you got headphones, you got the desk he was sitting at because it was from doing school from home.
Uh-huh.
And then any other supplies he needed.
Yeah. But then again,
thank God
year
we didn't have
was
to do
really
school from
a
home.
Weird year.
When I was growing up, there's no way we wouldn't have even had internet. Just because when I was a kid, we didn't have cable TV, so I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine if my family had paying for internet. There's just no way. But books are $7, face masks are $6. I know people are pissed because what? They're mad because kids are wearing face masks and stuff. Tough shit.
Yeah.
Tell your kid to put a face mask on.
Yeah.
So
I mean, my 3, I guess now 4-year-old can wear a face mask without taking it off for an extended period of time.
I wouldn't want my kid sick, so.
Yeah. I mean,
adults
are
are
over.
so.
I think it's if they're over 12 that can be vaccinated. I think.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it's scary.
Yeah.
I saw this thing about Louisiana. Holy shit! Like, how many of the COVID patients going to the hospital? How many are children? Holy shit!
How weird is it?
Even Florida going on right now.
Yeah.
How weird is it that when it first struck, it was the older people? and the kids weren't getting it, and now they're getting it.
Well, it's this. What's the new one called?
Delta.
No, the Delta variant.
There's the
Delta,
one past.
and then
There's
a
a new
Lambda.
one. Lambda, yeah.
Oh.
So the Lambda version is the one, I guess, that is affecting the kids. Man, this COVID is. They've been saying all along they knew how dangerous this stuff was.
Yeah.
But this fucking COVID, it's now attacking. It's putting 10-year-olds in the hospital. Well, what the hell?
All we had to do was put a
night.
covering over our face.
Yeah, so they're just saying, hey, we want your kids to wear face masks when they go to school. My kid is not going to wear a goddamn face. This isn't fucking China.
Mm-hmm.
My kid's not wearing a face mask. I mean, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, my sister's a teacher here in District 186 for 6th grade, and she deals with over 150 different students.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, she's wearing a face mask, and she hopes all the kids are wearing face masks.
Well, I mean,
because
they're mandating.
she doesn't want anyone to get sick.
They're mandating face masks for the schools. So
yeah,
except in in Florida and stuff, the governor says it won't be legal or whatever.
There's schools in Dallas that are going to defy the governor's orders and require masks.
Oh my God! Yeah, of
well,
course.
I mean,
so the governor, you're saying the governor of Texas?
Yeah.
So they're trying to say the schools aren't allowed to mandate masks?
Yep. This is an executive order.
That's crazy.
I mean, even in Chatham, the school was saying that they weren't going to have kids wear masks, and then the parents actually told the school that they wanted all the kids to wear masks.
Well, I know.
This
being
is just Chatham.
Me being a parent, yeah, but you got to remember, Chatham there's a level of this lunacy in Chatham. There really is. There's a level of people that
there is.
Yeah,
as the person who's lived there.
Yes.
Most of his life.
Yeah. There's a level of there's a heavy MAGA force in Chatham.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it. I don't
even before MAGA.
I don't want to do a lot of politics, but yeah, there's a lot of lunacy in Chatham. When I lived there, I saw it. So yeah. So I imagine they're probably going through it now, but it's just crazy. Yeah. And Wes says that DeSantis in Florida is threatening to withhold funds from school districts that keep masking guidelines in place.
Yeah, while his hospitals are being filled.
I mean,
yeah.
I gotta be honest. If I was in charge, what the hell do I know? I didn't go to medical school. I'm not a scientist. I would do with what they say. And the CDC and the scientists are saying, if kids are going back to school, let's mask up. You know what? I'll tell you. You want to know what's going to happen? We're going to fucking shut down again. We really are.
We are.
The whole country's going to shut down again. Because
I'm saying by the end of September.
Yep.
Because these assholes won't get a shot. Just get the shot.
Yeah.
I mean, if Fox News is flipping around saying get the shot, there's got to be something going on.
Get the shot. I don't get it.
Well, people say it's because they don't know what's in it, but people have been eating hot dogs and McChicken and stuff like that all the time.
I'm so sick when people say it's
how's that polio working out for you?
They say, it's not even authorized. It is authorized. Emergency authorization is an authorization.
Yep, and it's going through actual authorization now.
Well, because now it's old enough. Like it has. You got to remember listen, they didn't just make this shit up for the vaccine.
I've had it for 5 months. I'm still okay.
Yes, but I'm telling you, they've been working on these. Is it MRSA or what is the name of this type of virus? They've been working on it since the bird flu.
Yeah.
So they knew what it would take. They just didn't have the particular COVID stuff. So that's what they had to develop to get this done. Everything else is already done. So they did it.
This has been 10 plus years in the making.
Yeah. So all they did was add the COVID stuff, and that's why it's working. Okay. So they did an emergency authorization, but nothing gets fully authorized until it's a year old. So these shots aren't even a year old. So I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Moderna is just about to be a year old. So Moderna will probably get full authorization first.
That's the one I have.
And then Pfizer will get theirs second.
Why is it always the Kmart version that gets the first wave?
Because that was the first one that they created, you know.
The generic always comes out first.
No,
I'm name brands.
I'm saying the Moderna, they got the Moderna. The Moderna was made like a year ago, so that'll get authorization first, and then it'll be Pfizer, and then Johnson & Johnson, that was the last one they made, so that'll be authorized last. But they're all going to be authorized. Hell, they emergency authorized them, you know?
Yeah.
They knew then that it was fine. They're just following the rules.
And it worked, yeah. And it works just like the flu shot. Yeah, you're still going to get it, but it's a lot less bad than what it would have been.
And then we're going to have to go through rounds and rounds of people not wanting to get a booster, because that's going to come too.
Yeah. I'll take my booster now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
That'll be the problem with the booster, by the way.
Well, here's the other thing. There's actual younger kids who are faking being their siblings so they can go get the shot.
Yeah.
Kids are trying to fake their own age to get vaccinated.
If I was 10 years old,
that means something.
Yeah.
If I was 10, I would fake it so I could get vaccinated. Absolutely. Now that
they're trying to do an emergency. They're trying to do an emergency whatever for
my kid keeps asking when he's going to get his shot.
They're going to pass it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be within, I think, next month, I believe. If not beginning of October.
Right.
Stupid safety.
Why is my kid smarter than most people?
Well, because there's no politics.
Yeah.
He hasn't been corrupted yet.
That's true.
I mean,
the kid's not angling for a power play.
I want you to think about
it.
There's senators like Rand Paul. Rand Paul got his vaccine, but yet every day he's bitching about how people don't need to take that vaccine, and he's raising money off it and everything. So,
Rand Paul keeps saying, Rand Paul's a doctor. He's an eye doctor.
Yeah, and he's arguing he's calling Fauci in and picking arguments, and he's saying we don't need this vaccine and all this stuff. Meanwhile, he's gotten it.
Yeah,
it's just disturbing. It's really disturbing. And anybody who's, I guess I just don't understand anti-vaccines, and some of the bullshit I'm hearing about it is so crazy. It's so crazy, and I just don't respect anyone. I just find it really hard to get behind anyone who talks about who is anti-vaccine. I'm sorry.
I keep seeing all these heartbreaking stories of people basically dying, going, "Please give me the vaccine. Please give me the vaccine." It's like,
and the doctors have to tell them. And the doctors have to say, "I'm sorry, it's too late."
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, and yet I still kind of don't feel bad.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. You definitely had time.
But they're gonna fuck everything up. You know, they don't understand it. They're going to fuck everything. I mean, what are they going to do when they start canceling football games again?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
The same assholes on Facebook that I saw last year, the same assholes on Facebook who were saying, I wish they'd fucking arrest that Governor Pritzker because he won't let our kids play football. Or now I see the same guys on Facebook going, it's a bunch of bullshit that they want me to get this vaccine. I'm going to tell you right now, the first fucking thing he'll cancel is that football.
You bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
You bet.
If you fuckers don't get vaccinated, he's going to cancel that fucking football quicker than shit. And I don't understand it. I saw where I think the University of Mississippi or one of those schools, they had a 100% vaccination rate.
That's awesome.
Every coach, every football player, everybody is vaccinated.
Well, now that the Pentagon is ordering every single member of the military to be vaccinated.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Come on.
But yet, I saw the Minnesota Vikings, their quarterback's like, I refuse to get vaccinated.
Then you don't play.
Then you know what the fuck? Why would you? I saw that Lamar Jackson, the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, he's had COVID twice.
Yeah, I listened to First Take on ESPN yesterday, and they said that the commissioners could all use a rule that is for the betterment of the game.
Because if they
they
don't,
could just say everyone either gets the vaccine
or don't play,
or they don't play.
Yeah,
and that's all there is to it.
If I was the owner of a team,
technically businesses.
If I was the owner of a team, I'd say, here you go. Either get vaccinated or you're not going to get fucking paid.
There's no technical about it. They're a business.
Yeah.
You don't play, you don't pay. We don't pay.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo.
Any job.
Anthony Rizzo. One of the reasons that Anthony Rizzo got traded from the Cubs, all right, is because he gave an interview and they asked him, they said, well, come on. Of course, they said, well, only these stupid people are the ones not getting vaccinated. You're vaccinated, right, Anthony? And he said, no, I'm not vaccinated. He had cancer and went through cancer treatments,
right,
to fight it. And then he decided he didn't want to get vaccinated. Then they traded.
He has a weakened immune system from fighting cancer.
Well, here's the deal.
He should get
the
that.
Cubs traded him. The Cubs traded him to New York, and now he's on the IL because he caught COVID.
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
So he's got COVID now.
And I don't feel bad.
And I don't feel bad for him. I'm like, fuck Anthony Rizzo. He was one of my favorite players. Now fuck him. I'm glad you got COVID. Tough. He
made a stupid decision, and now he has to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. How hard is it? I don't understand these people that are so scared of it. I got vaccinated. I had no problems. It was fine. Like I said,
get a shot. Wait 2 weeks. Get the second shot. Then you're cool. Or get the
my junk got bigger
vaccine with one shot. Just something. Don't.
I got to tell you, Nick's lost weight since getting his vaccine.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wish I could say the same thing.
I think my junk got bigger.
Yeah. My testicles swelled up.
That's right.
I got some big old juicy testicles.
Sign me up for a third or fourth shot, then.
Exactly. I'm ready to get boosted.
Yeah.
Get boosted.
But here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen.
It's like a mushroom in a Mario game.
They're going to end up. They are going to end up canceling. Outdoor football. So you cancel. You're going to cancel, and we're going to lose Halloween again, and we're going to lose Christmas and Thanksgiving, all this shit, and then we're going to people are excited about the movies. Well, don't get look at the one of those Marvels movies is supposed to release
next month or this month, right?
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, isn't that this month?
I don't know. That might be the last one because I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys that Spider-Man movie. They're not releasing that Spider-Man movie. They're already holding that off.
Yeah, because they're not playing any trailers for it.
Yeah,
there should be a trailer for it by now.
Yeah, you want to know why there's no trailer? because they're
'Cause
not
they
going to
know.
release it. Yeah, they're going to hold it off because they know the shit that's coming. They know not enough people are getting vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what they're doing for like the state fair
I can't believe
concert
I can't
requirements
believe, I
now.
can't believe the state fair is going to go on.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're
offering
saying you have to wear
refunds.
masks to go to those concerts, right?
Yeah, you have to
They're
wear a
offering
mask. You have
refunds
to
at the
show proof of
grandstand already.
immunization or negative COVID test to even get into the concert.
Yeah.
And you still have to wear a mask the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for all the concerts that I paid for to be postponed and canceled.
Already like half of them.
They're going to cancel all of it. NFL is going to get canceled. Yeah.
Yep.
Because these
We're gonna
assholes
go
won't get
back to-
vaccinated.
Yeah, we're going to go back to basically being locked down
Yeah.
because idiots won't get a shot or two.
And Lollapalooza didn't help any.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, so what is topping the list, though, for kids going back to school?
Clothes.
By the way, number 5 is hand sanitizer. 4 is backpacks. 3 is shoes. 2 is school supplies like pens and binders. And number 1 is clothing.
Yeah.
83% of parents plan to buy their kids new school clothes. That was cool with being poor. I never had to worry about that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, my mom found a way to get us something.
Back to school time was garage sales and Goodwill.
Yeah, but we never had
Yep.
to.
And Salvation
That's
Army.
what I'm doing for my kids.
I got
You know?
yelled at. I got yelled at because I was too fat to wear hand-me-downs. I remember my mom being really mad. You're just too fat to wear.
You have to go get Huskies.
We got it. Yeah, I had to buy the Huskies. How angry she was that I was.
You know how
growing so
expensive
fast.
Husky tough skins are?
What the hell? What kind of kid weighs almost 200 pounds in 5th grade? God damn. Bitching about my size. Do you know how much this shit costs? It just sucks. So, yeah, $498 is the average that a parent that
actually
are
sounds
gonna-
low.
So if I'm
$498.
paying almost nothing, on the other end, someone's got to be paying like $1,000
Feel
to
lucky.
get the average down to almost 500.
When my
Well,
when my
those
kid-
are the ones that are buying Apple stuff.
When my
as
daughter
far as
was going to
technology
school, I know there were some things my wife didn't tell me. You know, I know there was shit that we got that she didn't tell me about because she knows it would have pissed me off. So I'm telling you,
I'm surprised things like band equipment wasn't in there too, because those things can get really expensive.
Yeah, but not every kid is gonna do band.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a choice. It's like,
but not every kid's going to be in sports either.
That's true. That's what I mean. So that's why why there was pay.
Put it all together.
But if it's something for math, they find a way to give it to you for free. They're like, okay, it's math class. Everybody has to have this. So they find a way to get it to you to where the kid's going to get it for
You have
free.
to have this certain kind of calculator or whatever.
The when it's choice is when it comes to to paying for stuff.
I still remember when they tried to get you to learn math without a calculator because you would never have one on you.
I never took an advanced math class. I never took an advanced math class to where I needed a calculator.
My senior year, I know there was like pre-calc trig.
I know there was classes like that where you needed a calculator, but I never. No.
Yeah.
And thank God.
I never could figure out how letters and numbers it came out. I don't know. X plus Y equals 2.
It was hard for me to get past algebra. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't do algebra. I had basic math. 2 plus 2 is 6.
Math was very hard for me, and I was whatever the hell they called it. My grades were above it.
Honor roll.
Yeah, I was on the honor roll for every other class. But it's just math I was horrible at math. Like I was even good at biology, but algebra was super hard for me.
I was good at anatomy.
And yet my daughter took one of them, trigonometry or whatever, calculus or Yeah, my head doesn't work that way. But I was in all the advanced literature and advanced history and all that shit, all those classes. But I don't know. I use common sense to make a lot of my conclusions.
Yeah, that's a class they need for school.
Yeah, common sense. Common sense 101. Hey, listen, everybody. Our show is brought to you by our friends over at Recon Tex. It's Recon Tex. We love them. Get your car a good detail at Recon Tex. Get your car looking good and you'll feel good. Trust me, it's not that much. Get your car complete detail, or consider getting a tsunami treatment on your car. Call Recon Tex 670-1136. I also want to welcome our newest sponsor, Just Beds.
Yay!
Every night, my wife and I sleep on a Just Beds bed, a Bemco mattress. It's so comfortable. I'm telling you, it is. Thank God for it. There's nothing more comfortable in life than having a comfortable bed to sleep on, and we get that from our Just Beds bed. Our Bemco mattress that we got from Just Beds is amazing. You guys do me a favor. They're very good to us. Just Beds is great. If any of you are looking for a new mattress or a new bed, a whole bed, whatever you want, I want you to consider Just Beds on Montvale. Check them out. Let them get you a comfortable mattress. That's what you'll get at Just Beds. Just Beds on Montvale. I'm very happy that they are now part of this show. They have supported the Morning Disaster for years. They supported when I was doing talk radio too. I'm very happy having Just Beds be part of this show. So thank you to them as well. All right, that's gonna wrap up today because I gotta go flex my muscles.
You gotta go take a poop.
Got to go get those gains.
Yeah, I gotta go turn on the women.
Get that dump truck ass.
I gotta turn on the women at the Fit Club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get all spelt for Jason.
Yeah. That sexy bastard. So that wraps it up today. We'll be back tomorrow.
Poor Sean showed up.
With another edition of the show.
Hey, chicks.
Thanks for checking us out today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hi, Sean Ballett.
Hey, I got that Just Beds commercial done, so.
Oh, thanks. Really appreciate it.
One positive note, anyway.
It's like saying Matt Damon couldn't be on the show.
Yeah, I sang the jingle. It was really exciting. Hello, chicks. Just Beds.
All right, we'll wrap it up
Last
today.
minute John
We'll be
reporting
back
for
tomorrow. You
I don't
guys,
think that'll get approved.
you guys take care.
Bye, guys.
Hi. Bye.
Take off your brassiere, my dear. Yeah. Yeah. So long, everybody.
Yeah.